So apparently, Rain, the king of K-pop, got Black Oceaned at Kcon LA 2023. Rain allegedly got Black Oceaned. I heard this news and I was like, what? And I went and I watched clips and I watched videos and saw pictures. And I hate to break it to y'all, but that was not a Black Ocean. If that's what y'all call a Black Ocean, that was a failure. That was a wholehearted failure. I did see a video of a guy going, turn your light sticks off, don't cheer. Like he was saying, like, don't cheer for him, no light sticks, no nothing. I get the attempt. That's not a Black Ocean. I got into K-pop back in 2007. Rain debuted in the 90s. He's technically a first generation idol. Like, Rain comes from a time period where Black Oceans weren't arranged on Twitter. Like, the fans would collectively all gather together in person and unanimously decide amongst all the fandoms present at an event that they were going to Black Ocean an artist. The Kcon LA crowd was split three ways. The people who are protesting Rain, the people who don't know who he is and don't really know his music like that. They maybe know like one or two songs, but they just don't know anything about him. And then the actual fans of Rain who are there to see him. Black Oceans are unanimous. They are vicious. They are mean-spirited. Black Oceans have made idols cry. I watched Girls' Generation almost cry on stage because they got Black Oceaned. I'm not making this video to be in defense of Rain because y'all have legitimate reasons to be angry here. However, I saw this other video of this elderly Asian woman who was obviously there to see Rain, and people were like, who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her? And I'm like, guys, none of you. Because guess what she did? She went to that concert and she cheered for Rain. And the people around her, her friends, they cheered for Rain. And every Rain fan who was at that concert cheered for Rain. This is not a Black Ocean, y'all. Like this, you call this a Black Ocean? That's not a Black Ocean. This right here is a Black Ocean. The group getting Black Oceaned in that video is Girls' Generation. Girls' Generation's getting Black Oceaned. You saw how the only lights that were on in that stadium were the stage lights and the stadium lights? Not a single light stick was on. And you know what the fans were chanting the entire time Girls' Generation was on stage? Wonder Girls! Wonder Girls! Wonder Girls! Wonder Girls! That right there is a Black Ocean. It is vicious, it is mean-spirited, and it is unforgiving. And mind you, this is at Dream concert. So it's not just Wonder Girls fans who take up that stadium. It's fandoms of multiple different groups who all came together to collectively Black Ocean one group, Girls' Generation. And I highly doubt y'all have the organization skills to tell all the elder fans who have never seen Rain perform live or haven't seen him perform live in years that the one time they get to see their idol, they should Black Ocean him because of some group they've never heard of disbanding under his label. And no, that's not a diss at Cypher. That is not me dissing Cypher because they've made jokes on variety shows and Rain has openly admitted that he is not the best at managing the artists that come under his label. He's admitted to this. In the music video for Switch to Me, his duet with JYP, Rain says to JYP, everything you do turns out well. And JYP's like, yeah, it's always the same for me. And then he looks at Rain in the face and says, but you, there's such a fuss. And then JYP follows that statement up with, I think you'll catch up eventually. And mind you, that video was made 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So yeah, if you guys want more to be done, if you guys want Rain to actually pay attention to what you're saying, you're gonna have to do more than that pathetic excuse for a Black Ocean. Because let me tell you, Rain comes from a generation where what y'all did is meh, whatever. Like, he's not even going to think about that tomorrow. I looked at Rain's Instagram, and it's just like, hey, Rain, you're cool. Have a nice day in LA. Hope your day is well. Like, Rain is going about his day. Like, y'all aren't doing enough. If you want him to listen to you, you need to do more. And when I say do more, I don't mean push him to the point of complete mental breakdown, because y'all know how y'all K-pop fans can be sometimes. And mind you, I was a huge fan of M-Black. M-Black was the first group that Rain put together. And M-Black actually had decent success. M Black had a decent run. Their disbandment was, and some of that I think had to do with like fighting between the members. There was like discourse in the group more than it was a company issue, you know? But like M Black had decent success before their disbandment. The other two groups, never heard a single song by either of them. You know? And so what some of y'all may have to accept is that there's what Rain did wrong, and then there's the group just wasn't popular. They weren't selling. And not saying that's justifiable reason for any mismanagement, but at some point, if things don't change up a certain way, if things don't switch up, if he keeps putting up, at some point, you can only say it's the company's fault so many times. Disclaimer, that's not me defending Rain. That's me saying that y'all need to actually do more to keep these groups active besides just scream at the company. Because the company does based on the numbers and the money. And if the numbers and the money aren't showing much, they're going to stop investing. But I digress. You guys have a nice day. Enjoy your K-pop concerts and be nice to your idols.